Rock Bengali. How are you?
Very good.
Good
Very
to
nice to
see
see
you,
you. We used to
yeah.
work together and next to each other.
Yes, we could.
Many years ago.
I know it. Fun, fun, fun. You are a comedian. I've heard you. You make me laugh.
Well,
You
I'm
make me
supposed
laugh.
to be. I never know.
Yeah, and he's also.
Originally, I'm a hypnotist, but I kind of a little bit bifurcated in different areas.
Well, it's interesting because I've seen you do hypnotism, and it's like people really think they're somewhere else. They're sitting there without their clothes on, or they're sitting there with, just stole a car or something like that. I mean, I'm just, they really don't do nasty things. But anyways, he gets them thinking that way.
Yeah, it's all in here.
So we know that you're going to be doing some really interesting things. You going to start out with some comedy today, or are you going to start out with a little levitation?
I just wrote this yesterday, so I apologize
You want me to read
that I
it?
have
Is
to
that
look
it?
into
No.
my. So I had to look into my notes because I just wrote it, and it's a perspective of everything that's going around. So in this holiday season, Christians celebrate Christmas, Jews celebrate Hanukkah, African Americans celebrate Kwanzaa, we just saw that, and Hindus celebrate by performing comedy on Schenectady TV today.
Is that what Hindus do?
In my country, if they don't like comedians or any act, they throw the shoes. Now, don't do that. Don't you want that 50-inch LCD HD TV? So keep it with you. It's strange that in Hinduism, we believe God is in everything, all over. And that's kind of weird because we even pray to the cows, snakes, elephants, pigs. I remember when I was in a school in a first grade, we had a show and tell ceremony. So each representative of different religion comes and tells a show something that represents their religion. And the first came in my class was Benjamin. He said, "Hello, I'm Benjamin, and I'm Jewish, and this is Star of David." Everybody clapped. Then came Mary. "Hello, I'm Mary, I'm Catholic, and this is Rosary." The third was me. So I came up and I said, "Hello, my name is Sandesh, I'm Hindu, and this is Chicken Tikka Masala." Isn't Hinduism tasteful? I'm going to quote some celebrities, what they say about Christmas. But the best thing I like is Bob Hope. And this is how Bob Hope puts it. "My idea of Christmas, whether old-fashioned or modern, is very simple. Loving others. Come to think of it, why do we have to wait for Christmas to do that?" And I think that's the true spirit. On the other hand, what Bart Simpson says, aren't we forgetting the true meaning of this day? It's a birth of Santa. Talking about Santa Claus, what amazed me was, some of you may already know, but Shirley Temple wrote something fascinating. And she said, "I stopped believing in Santa Claus. When I was 6, my mother took me to see a Santa Claus in a department store. And he asked me my autograph." Can you imagine that? But among all, I like what Jay Leno said. I a little bit modified it. He said that Supreme Court has ruled that they cannot have nativity season in Washington, D.C. This wasn't for any reason for separation of church and state, but because in Washington, D.C., they couldn't find 3 wise men and a virgin. And I add to that, with recent midterm elections, even donkeys are in short supply.
Those poor Democrats.
You know, many there are many denominations of Christianity, and each celebrates Christmas in their own way. But in the deep down, subtle way, they all think that Jesus is in their courtyard. I remember a story. A cardinal ran to the Pope's residence, banging on the door. Holy Father, wake up, wake up. So the Pope comes in and says, what's going on? We have a good news and a bad news. He said, give me the good news first. Jesus has come back. He's the one to talk to you. Jesus has come back? How could there be any bad news? Well, he's calling from Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, this is interesting. My family comes from Goa, which is a small island near Mumbai, just out of, until 1965, it was a Portuguese colonization. When Portuguese landed in Goa, they converted many into Catholicism. So much so that Hindus, like my family, were outnumbered. So there is a huge church of St. Xavier's, and there's a real actual preserved body of St. Xavier, which is almost 300 years old. The story, the legendary story, could be mythical, goes like this, that the original church was supposed to be in where my ancestors are, but they were kind of almost asked to move because of a great debate took place on a Christmas day. And the reason is, when Catholics were growing, they came to my great-great-great-grandfather and said, listen, why don't you all move out? We'll pay you. And we want this land to build the big church. So my ancestors said, come on, we lived here. This is our motherland. Money doesn't matter to us. We want to stay here. Then came a problem that instead of any kind of violence or argument, they decided, let's have a spiritual or religious debate. You get your best Brahmin, we'll get our best priest. So by then, no Brahmins were left. The only Brahmin that was left was a 90-year-old Babu. He was only specialized in giving last rites to the Hindus. While Catholics said, we are going to bring the bishop. Oh my God, there was no match. Then they decided how they are going to talk, because bishop talks in Latin, Babu talks in Sanskrit. They said, forget that. We will talk in symbols. But then who is going to decide who wins? They said, don't worry. Our bishop is impeccable person. He absolutely is honest. If he wins, he will tell you why he wins. If he loses, he will tell you why he loses. All right, we had no choice. So there were only a few Hindus came up to see the debate. And just to give an idea of the debate, I just made a bishop cap just to wear on this side, and the Babu cap. This is called Mahatma Gandhi cap on this side. So you will get the two perspectives, what exactly happened. So the bishop came first. He looked into the sky, moved his finger around, and did like this. Babu, on the other hand, looked at the bishop with his very strange eyes and did like that. Bishop thought of that and looked to Babu and then did again this, turned the finger to himself and turned the finger to Babu. Babu looked at the bishop and he put the finger to him, back to him, and stomped his feet 6, 7 times. Bishop looked around. He said, stop. He pulled out a tablecloth and started communion. Put the wine, break the bread, and started praying. Babu looked strange. He reached out in his pocket, pulled out an apple, and took a bite. Bishop threw the towel, said, that's it, we lost. We lost. His guy is so brilliant. So every Catholic was stunned. How could that happen? Tell us what happened. Well, I tell you, but this guy means he surpassed everything I said. I told him first, God is one. He said, God may be one, but don't forget, there is Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. He's right. He's ahead of me. Then I said, yes, there is Father, Son, Holy Ghost, but that energy is surrounding here on you and me. We can't forget that we are expression of that power. Then he said, what is the use of that power? Bible said, if that energy cannot be used to solve the problem of this land. It is practical. He's practical, down to earth. And then I said, well, you can't do that because we are sinners. So I started communion because first we have to absolve the sin. So he said, wait, you want to talk about sin? You want to talk about sin? Let's talk about the original sin. So he showed the apple. I can't believe this. He beat me every time. This is brilliant. We are lost. So Babu, by then, was chewing his apple. He didn't even know he won. So they said, oh my God, you won. I said, really? I said, tell us what happened. I said, well, he said, I gave you 1 day notice, 24 hours, that's it. I said, you gave me 1 day notice or 3 day notice. I'm not going, my children are not going, my grandchildren are not going. We are staying. Then he said, I'll gather all your stuff and throw you out. I say, you take that throw stuff out, I'll put you 6 feet under. He was a grave digger for Catholics. So I'll put you under 6 feet. Oh my God. Then what happened? I don't know. He took the lunch break, so I snack on my apple. So that is why my Hindu family is still in Goa, which is quite amazing how the things work out. And I'm really thankful about that because Hindus have a different perspective. We don't consider heaven and hell are separate places. It's all within. It's a perspective. A guy dies and goes to the heaven, and St. Peter says, okay, I'll give you a tour. He shows beautiful mansion, Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, Mahatma Gandhi. Oh, wow. He was amazed. He said, can I go and see what Mahatma Gandhi is doing? He said, of course you can go and see what Mahatma. When he saw Mahatma Gandhi, guess who was sitting on his lap? Marilyn Monroe. I said, I don't understand this. Gandhi in heaven, I fully understand. Marilyn Monroe in the same place? He said, well, it's a heaven for Gandhi, hell for Marilyn Monroe.
Wonderful.
So it's a different religion, different perspective. But if you want, I would like to show some.
I wish you would.
Yes.
We need to
Can
move
I
the
take this
table.
out?
Well, you're going to talk? Are you going to talk?
Yeah,
then
well,
you need
we
it
can
on,
talk,
right?
but I need to. Okay, I'll
it's
try
in your
to
lap?
put it
Oh,
around.
oh,
a little
wait,
bit.
wait,
Okay,
wait.
I'll try.
Has he been talking without a microphone?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing? I know that you're a mentalist, but you need to be able to. We need to hear you.
I'm going to show you.
Wait, they're not going to hear you. They're not going to hear you.
I'm going to show you a fascinating live demonstration
You want
of.
this? You want this, or you're going to use that?
Yeah.
Let me put it
maybe
on
I can put it here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Do you want me to move the table out of the way?
A levitation that I saw in India. It's a Sufi mosque where there are 2 stones, and the people go and touch the stones and they rise up. So I went with, I was teaching in a medical school that time, then I took all the group and we showed some, find out what exactly works. And with the help of my assistants, Deneen and Marlene and Anne, we are going to recreate that experience just to give an idea. And then I may or may not do some mentalism based on the time involved. So Anne is also going to help me. Put your things here. And you stand here.
You're going to be able to
Oh,
pick
okay.
this up on
You're
camera?
stepping on my. Okay, very good. All right. Can I?
What do you need?
This microphone. Sorry. Okay.
Good.
Now, before we do anything, this is our control. So I ask all of you to do this, and me and Marlene will try to lift her in the shoulder joint. You lift her in the knee joint, and see how heavy she feels it. You can try as much as you want, as long as you want. It's almost impossible. What is impossible becomes like this. And there is no power that I am bringing in. It's all here. I'm just coordinating all the aspects of mind and body. So just follow the technique. I put my left hand on top, you put your 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 right, you put your right, you put your right. Take a deep breath. Push your neck back, squeeze your shoulders, hold it, let go. Second deep breath, inhale, let go. Last time, inhale and let go. Close your eyes, mentally concentrate that you already lifted up. Just an image, visualize. Close your eyes, mentally concentrate, you're floating in clouds. Hold your hand tight. Now open your eyes, don't move. Open your eyes, don't move. Only when I say 1, 2, 3, Christmas! Then you quickly pull your hands out and we two go on the shoulder, you two go on the knee joint and give a try, okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy Christmas! Was it busy? What do you say? Was it fun?
It was fun.
Oh yeah. And now I may try something very unusual. I'm not sure if it is possible. But hold this and hold it in your hand and stretch it nicely.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Give it to her. Give it to Anne. And open your hands. Yes. And just stay nice and comfortable. Relax your body. And use your mind. Use your mind. And see if you can move this dollar bill. Whoa! Give a big round of applause to her. And this is the dollar bill we use. Thank you very much. Thank you, Deneen. And this is your gift for participating. I didn't give her rupees because that's 63 rupees.
So you didn't have 63 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that was amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean, do you collect much money that way?
Well, I barely make any money by doing this on a free TV, and now I'm going to the Albany Public Library, again a free TV, free show.
Sandesh.
But it's a joy, and Anne is a wonderful guest. I have here many times. I enjoy it very much.
Well, he's so much fun, and he's got such a wonderful outlook on life, and I just love to have you on the show and to see what you do. You have such a good, wholesome approach to what you do, and it's really wonderful. Loved your stories, and I love the story about the cardinal or the bishop, and that is really, was that a true story, or did you make that up?
It's a legend, so I don't hold any.
Oh, it really is a legend. Okay.
But anything is possible. No, who knows?
We weren't there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I love the story.
Sounds good.
Yes, it's good, and I love imagery. You can do almost anything with that. I have no idea what time it is because I'm sitting here. Whoops, I'm sitting.
10 full minutes.
Oh, I got 10 full minutes. Oh, great. So I want to ask you a little bit about yourself, Sandesh. Tell me, I know that you've been doing this a while. What brought you into hypnotism? I know that your background is in a way, a little bit different.
Well, originally India is surrounded by all the ashrams and gurus, and so I was very curious. Many gurus, they lie on this beds of thorns.
Wait, where's his microphone? He doesn't have a mic again.
Oh, I don't know.
You just don't like microphone. Here, use this one. Here, use this.
Oh, okay. The gurus have, they lie on the beds of thorn, walk on the fire. So I was always curious as I was going in my scientific training that what it works. And what I noticed was that there is no reason for faith, belief, or any kind of religious ceremonies. It was all pure science. So that's where I was more attracted to hypnosis. And there were many hypnotists I met who came in India to study them. And that's how I got into it.
And you certainly have helped people. I know that you hypnosis is used medically, and it seems to work very well. I had a woman that I knew that had some surgery, and she did and I could not believe it, but she says it really works. She had a guide with her working with that.
Absolutely. There are over 5,000 surgeries that are conducted using hypnosis whenever there is a chemical anesthesia or allergy, or you cannot use any kind of chemicals to anesthetize person. Hypnosis is the primary mode. Also, the first childbirth took place in 1959 in this country using hypnosis, was on a live television. So it's been very popular for pain reduction. But I recommend only for the pain reduction, and talk to your doctors, because it's chronic type of pain. Not pain, all pain has to be removed, because pain is a signal your body must respond.
Well, and that is true. When you get pain, it's your body is telling you something's wrong is right here.
Yeah.
So do something, and to eliminate that pain or ignore it is even worse.
Yes.
Right.
But there is a, say, like arthritis or low back pain or migraine, which is a chronic type. You definitely should try an alternative possibilities, and one of them is hypnosis.
And meditation also helps as well.
Absolutely.
It really
Very
works
close.
well.
They're very close.
I want to thank you for being here. We're going to end up the show with Mike to say, and how do you celebrate the holidays? Do you just, the Hindus, do you have your own celebrations?
Well, honestly, we don't have anything, but it's in Hinduism, every day is a celebration. Honestly, it's
I love that.
full of all that.
Good. So good to see you, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday.
You too.
Yes, whatever your holiday is, just enjoy it.
Yeah.